Hi everyone, welcome to this week's short attention span webinar. Kelly Malazzi, how are you?
Hey Bill, I'm doing great.
Love the princesses in the background.
Thanks.
Look at the dancing.
This is the only place in my house that has good lighting, apparently, so...
That's exactly right. And the only place, I hope, that has, dancing cartoons on the wall.
As far as you know.
Unless... Maybe Massimo's dressing room has that in the background. I won't go there. Let's talk about 5 sales truths. These are, these are, I guess, givens. They're not even assumptions, they're givens, but you might look at them and kind of dismiss them because they're going to come at you kind of odd. The first one, Kelly, is your clients are speaking to others. That's an absolute truth, right?
I have to believe it is. Yeah, I mean, we all know that there's competition out there. We know that there are other people out there that want to take the business away from us. And we've been talking a lot, me with a lot of my clients lately, about how this is almost always about taking the business away from somebody else. You know, this industry is really at the point where there's not a terrible amount of growth going on. Right. So, yeah, they're coming after you. They're coming after your business, and they want to claim they can do it better than you are. So just be aware. And what we mean by that too is just get rid of that notion, oh, my clients love me and they're giving me everything.
Right.
It's not true.
Right. So if the client, assuming that's right, and the client's speaking to others, you want to make certain that your defense is already in place. So what do you want the client to say? We love Kelly Malazzi because...
Right.
Now make a list.
Yeah, she takes great care of us. She's responsive. She brings us new ideas.
That's the one.
Yeah.
She communicates really well. She calls us. We don't have to call her.
Right. She demonstrates that she wants this business and that she is interested in a long-term partnership with us.
And she's appreciative.
Right.
She's appreciative. She says thank you. So you want your clients to say that.
Right.
And make certain that all those things are true.
Yep. Without a doubt.
The second sales truth. Your boss asks him or herself on a regular basis, I wonder what my rep is doing right now. I wonder if he or she is working. Now, Kelly, this is kind of an interesting one because, here again, everyone kind of, I can just see people watching this going, really? Yeah, really. What happens is the boss gets busy doing something else. There's a project, there's an issue. He or she is working the press or working bindery, and then they come running back into the sales space and say, okay, what's going on? There's an empty chair. Where did Farquharson go? Where is he? It's 3 o'clock on a Friday. How do I know where he is?
Right.
What do you want your boss to know, and how do you get him or her to know it?
Yeah, it's a great question, and it's obviously about trust. And there are some customers or some owners, some managers that are just naturally more distrustful than others. But what we do know is that this is going to bear out just in your numbers and in the activity level that you're producing. So whether you are required to submit some sort of a report every week saying where you've been, or Bill, whether they participate in your sales challenge, so they're getting a report from you about what they've told, what these individuals are doing. A lot of companies actually require you to send an email out saying, I'm leaving now, I'm going here, there, and there, and then I'll be back. Okay. So there are plenty of things that owners can do if they want to keep closer tabs on this. I just like to try to encourage owners and managers to be more trustful unless they've been given a reason not to. So just ask yourself, I think all of you out there listening, just ask yourself, am I working really hard? Am I working effectively? And am I achieving the goals that I'm trying to achieve? Because Bill, we talk about the fact that at some point in your career, you earn the right to have that flexibility of I'm going to go get my nails done or I'm going to go play golf. But you have to be hitting it out of the park before you start engaging in that kind of behavior. Yeah. So just know that you have a relationship with that owner or that manager, that they trust you. And if you feel that there's any possibility that they don't, I would just advocate not over communication, but communicate. Let them know where you are and what you're doing. And when you get a win, run right into that office and tell them that.
Next up, Kelly, the client doesn't know everything you do. That's a sales truth. You think to yourself, no. I've told her. She knows everything that we do.
They never do. They absolutely don't.
Right.
It could be the thing that they've been buying from you for 10 years, and you could still walk in their office and have them ask, hey, do you do, I mean, it could be printed at the bottom of your statements.
Right.
But just remember, your client that buys from you is not necessarily the person that's going to read those statements. So you want to develop a method of making sure that they know it and reminding them of it in a number of different ways. You can do it in your blog, you can do it in social media, you can do it on your website, you can do it in your email signature, and you should certainly be doing it with bigger accounts quarterly in terms of reviews. And it could kind of be what we call the Columbo, where you kind of, as you're getting ready to leave a prospect or a client, say, hey, by the way, you do remember that we do wide format now, right? And they'll be like, oh, no, I totally forgot that you do that. So don't, always, I mean, it should be mentioned every single time, for sure.
Yep, good ideas all. Another big sales truth, and this is something that I think people don't want to hear, but you're going to lose 15 to 20% of your business this year. 2014. And what that means is, and this is nothing, it might not be anything, that you did, but the client's not going to buy that piece anymore. Or you've lost it to the competition. Or they've gone out of business. Or they ordered it last year, they're going to order it next year, they're not going to order it this year. The point is that, sure, if you've got some organic growth, that's great. So if you've got more from existing customers, fine. But you've got to prospect on an ongoing basis to replace that 15 to 20%. So it's like that comment we've said in the past, Kelly. This was back from, I think it was 1993, where the president of R.R. Donnelley said, 10 years from now, 70% of our volume will come from customers that we do not currently sell to, and we'll be selling to them items that we do not currently offer. So the idea is to constantly be prospecting, constantly be searching, and make certain that a percentage of your time is dedicated to new business, whether it's from existing customers, new customers, or, like we just said, new offerings to to either your existing customer base or a new customer base.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's an ugly one. What does this last one mean, Kelly? You're as good as the last job you shipped in.
Well, to me, what that means is that today customers have a lot shorter memory, meaning as long as things are going smoothly, they're your best friend. But the minute something wrong happens, they're going to throw you under the bus and pretend like you're the biggest pariah they've ever known. So, I mean, it's kind of a two-edged sword. We need to continue to remind our customers why they do business with us. And at the same time, we want to remind them of all the great things, but we also want to make sure that we're handling problems and dealing with kind of unpleasantness as it comes up, and that we're responsive and that we take care of business.
And all true. I think that's absolutely right. Those cradle-to-grave customers don't exist anymore, unfortunately. So we've got to make up for that with the reminder to the client, this is why you buy from me. Mm-hmm. So sorry to be the bearer of somewhat bad news here, gang, but I'd rather have you hear this from us and think to yourself, ooh, I better prepare for that because these things are going to happen. So that's it for this week. Kelly, thank you very much.
Thanks, Bill.
And thank you, princesses in the background. And we will all be dancing again on the wall in a week. Thanks, everybody.